Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In this video, I'm going to talk about the materials in SketchUp. So we can go to the materials menu under default tray. And by the way, if you accidentally close this, you can go to window, default tray, show tray, and it's going to be back. Under materials, we have a set of different materials. If you go to in model, you see the materials which are available here in the model. Before assigning materials to the groups here, to the walls and everything, I just want to work on some examples here. And I want to talk a little bit about tiles menu. So there is some patterns for tiles, but it's kind of important to know how to use them and how to adjust them to the exact location and to the size. So how you can change the size basically. Let's say we go with this one first, but let's say for some reason we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 of these hexagons here, and it's going to start from this right corner. So the top of the first hexagon matches with the top here and so on the right side. So I want to go to my tiles. This is the pattern. I just want to click here once, and you see they are too small, which is maybe what you're looking for. But just in case you want it to be larger, we can go to edit, and we can change this value. Let's say if I go with 1.5, for instance, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if you want to exactly adjust it here, one of the easy ways to do it is that you can right click, go with texture, position, and maybe I can move this. You see these items show up. This one is for move. I can move this edge to around here. And you can use either arrow keys, or you can just hold the pattern and move it up and down. So if I put it around here, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and something here. So feel free to go with a little bit smaller, but this is how you can adjust your pattern, right? So let's try one or more examples just to make sure we know what's going on. Maybe I can go with this one. So we want one of these icons to fill the 3x3 rectangle surface. So I'm gonna go back to my tile. So I'm gonna go to select under tiles. I want to go with this one. And of course, this is supposed to be a tile, but let's say we just want to have one of them. Let's say it's a stone design or something. I'll go to edit, and I can change this to a larger number, maybe even 3. And then again, you can click here, right click, go with texture, position, and drag it and drop it over there. So you can also use arrow keys. Okay, that seems good. I want to click here. So now this is covering the whole surface. So now if I want to have the same pattern that we have here on this other one, if I select the hexagon white, click here once, this material, you see it's again too small. It's not the correct size, right? So there are some different things we can do. One of them is that we can use the sample icon, sample paint, click here once, and then click here, and the two of them are going to have the same size, right? I can also select the sample here, and I want to name it as tile hexagon white, maybe number 1 at the end. Oh, I had 1 before, that's why I changed it to 3. So if you do this, right, now just to show you where it goes, if you go to in model, now I have the hexagon tile white 3. If I select this and click here, it's going to be the same size that we adjusted. Now let's say maybe for this last one I want to go with a different color. So we have our hexagon white 3. This is the original hexagon that we had. I want to drop it here, and then I want to go to edit, and I want to actually change this color, and I want to name it as maybe blue. I had blue, so that named it as blue 2, and maybe it's going to be a different color. I can also change this to 1.5. Right, and you can adjust it to match with the corner, with the edge, and And if I just show you how it works, going back to in model, you see hexagon white over there and hexagon blue here. And if you go to tiles, you see that the original material, which was this one, is still available and it did not change. You can also change the opacity of the material. Let's say if I select this one, go to edit, you can make it transparent by moving this bar to the left. Now let's say maybe we want to create something which is not in the tiles patterns that we have here. Let's say maybe we're going to create something like this one, right? So in that case, we need to import the image. So I have the image. I want to go to actually material. Doesn't matter what you assign. I'm going to just put this one here, and then I'll go to edit. And I'm going to name this as Voronoi. That's what this pattern is called. And that is good. Then I will go to the texture folder and I will open the image that I showed you before. So I'm going to open this image. I'm going to click on it, and it's assigned over there. Of course, make sure that the opacity is on 100, and I can go to here. I can change this to maybe 3 or something, and then we can adjust the position like this. Maybe I want to have some corners on this one, so it's gonna fit like this. Okay, so now you see that image is assigned here. If your image has a better resolution, it's gonna be better. I guess this one, my image did not have quite a very good resolution. That's why you see it a little bit blurred on the edges. But this is how you can create your own material, or you can also change its color or something. I'm gonna leave it on black as it was before. Let's also create this wallpaper over there. I can go with create new material from here. I can click on this box and I want to name it as like wallpaper. Let's bring the image. Let me see, all files are here. Yeah, this is our wallpaper. I want to go with it. Let's hit OK. And I just need to adjust the size. So feel free to make it as large as you need, and you can change the position as mentioned. Maybe it's gonna start from this top part. Okay. Also, if you want to rotate the pattern, you can right click and go with rotate 90 degrees or rotate 180 to 70. And if you want to rotate in any other kind of direction, let me go to like another rotation. You can go with this rotate. So we can put this on the corner here, and I just need to move along this arc going from like right to left, and it's gonna at the same time rotate and scale. So if I go here, it's gonna snap, which means that now it's only rotating, the scale is not changing. And you can also go with like any other angle that you want. Maybe you want to go with like 45 degrees or something, right? So let's say I want to rotate it like this. It's gonna snap now. I'm gonna release it, and then we can move it to match with one of the corners or one of the edges. So the size comes from here, the tile, and of course you can unlock this and assign different numbers to the height and length. Let's say if it's 3 by 1, it's gonna look a little bit misshaped like this. So I want to keep this unlocked as it was. We can also change the overall color, right? And you can also change the color of the image, and it's gonna change it over there. And for just the position and everything, you can go to texture, reset position. You can go to texture, change the position, and you can rotate it, move it, and so on.